congratulations on your victory. Of course, you've been saying from the beginning you belonged here, this was going to happen. You've talked about it, but give me an idea as the fight is unfolding and you're putting rounds in the bank and things are playing out. Can you tell me kind of mentally what's going through your mind? Is there this realization like this is going to happen?
Man, it was a tough one for me. Again, I stay so composed in there. I've got a job to do, right? When I'm in there, and I've always said that, I keep myself so level-headed and composed. So going through, I was just taking every round and talking to them. I'm going, how's it going? They're going, it's going good, it's going good. So, I thought it was reasonably close. Obviously, I thought I was winning, but I didn't know. But my corner were done a really good job of letting me know that and not getting caught up into his game. And as the round's gone, they're telling me to keep doing what I'm doing. So I've got full faith in them. Game plan was working well. My shins are a little sore, but the game plan went well, so it was good. Again, I was saying, we're both very high level. It was a chess match in there, and I got the job done.
Clear the leg kicks did play a huge part in it tonight. I mean, can you mention? Was that a primary focal point of the game plan, or did it just turn out that it was effective and you kind of leaned heavy on it?
I was always going to be a part of it. Always going to be a part of the game plan, but there was other things that was happening there as well. So, but again, as Dana just said, there might be a rematch, so I can't give too much away, can I? But look, the guy, obviously my coaches and that done a good job of, they done research, not only of things that work well against him, things that he done really well. A lot of people keep asking me about, with Poirier, he done this, these are things that you've seen him do that you could use. I'm like, yeah, we've seen stuff, but we're seeing things that Max winning, we've seen why he's winning, like things that work really good for him, when we look that deep. And like I said, we think we've got a formula, and I've got that style as well. So when he really wanted to pour it on, I was just getting out of range, or I'd let him run into some of my shots. And then obviously them leg kicks were there, and that gas tank, I've got the gas tank. We were sitting there talking in there. I was like, hey, we're both fresh in there, like, you know what I mean? So again, there's a couple of little mental and physical games in there, but it was good fun. Got it done.
Yeah.
We got it done.
You said you weren't sure what the score was. Eugene was. He was yelling at the judges, they better not mess it up, they better not mess it up. So can you tell me what was going through your head as you're waiting and you finally get your hand raised to accomplish what you've been chasing for a long time? What was that time like?
Yeah, it was, again, I got all my trust in my corner, and they're telling me, going, look, you got Eugene saying it's a whitewash. I've got my head coach, Joe Lopez, telling me, you got this. Brad Riddell telling me, you got this. I'm like, all right, we got this. But again, I still thought I won the fight, but I'm my hardest critic. That's the thing, If I get punched in the face, I'm like, and I don't like it, I look at it as, damn, you got me, If you look at a lot of my fights, I don't get touched much. So, my face, you can see I got touched a little bit here, but it was, again, he's a great champion. Obviously it was never going to be an easy fight, but I said I was the guy to do it. And again, I'm not cocky, but I'm confident, and I got a job done. And there was a lot of doubters there. I think that I ended up looking at a pro's picks. Not one of them picked me, not one. But I use that as motivation. I love it. They'll pick me next time.
So the last thing for me, you touched on it. Dana mentioned the rematch, and he seemed to say, not that it's a certainty, but he said it just made a lot of sense. And I think with what Max has accomplished, it probably does. Do you agree? Do you feel like you should have to beat him again, or do you feel like there's other things on the table that might make sense?
I think he deserves it. Do I have to beat him to prove that I'm a better fighter? I think we've had 5 rounds to do it, and I'm pretty sure I won it pretty clearly. But anyway, if people are still going to doubt, they're still going to. But again, I'll be ready for it, and he does deserve it. And that'll make for a big fight. And I'm down. Of course, I'm down. Again, I'm the guy to do that, and I'll be better prepared the next time. I know what we know what works. We're going to get an even better formula. So, he might think he'll get me figured out again, but I'm just too powerful, man. They go one way, I go another. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I'm so well-rounded. I could just go anywhere with it. If he was really fixing me up on the feet and I had to grind it, if you look for takedowns, I could always go there. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I've got so many ways to go. Even striking, there's so many ways to go. So I proved that. Again, he's good with his range. It was like, how's he going to handle the range? So that's how.
Alex, right in front of you here, just one question. At your biggest, what did you weigh? What were you at your most?
Yeah, I'll make that clear. 214 pounds. I remember, because I've done the math, I was 97 kilograms, and I've done the maths at about 214 pounds. So I remember going to the doctors, I looked at that, and I was like, oh, damn. So that was probably one of the heaviest that I was. So 215, that's pretty big. But I fought my first, amateur fights and that at middleweight. Then my first like 3 or 4 professional at welterweight, and then worked my way down. So I had my first loss at welterweight a long time ago, and that opened my eyes and made me realise, all right, stop fighting these big boys. But I reckon I'm ready to move up again anyway. Nah.
I mean, you're being an elite athlete. I'm sure you don't have a lot of body fat at that point. So how actually were you able to pull that off, to get that weight off, to be still as athletic as you became? You know, dropping that much muscle. I'm sure you had to drop muscle out of there.
Oh, there was some fat there. I'll be honest. There was definitely. I was again, like I wasn't at the highest level. I didn't play like NRL, but it was professional still, rep sides and stuff like that. But I was thick. I was short and thick. Remember, I'm 5'6", so you could imagine. My head was huge. As I said, like my head was bigger than this bloody belt. I'm telling you. But again, I lost a lot of size. Again, I was thick. I'm always thick, as you can see. I'm still thick, but. Yeah, no, it calmed down slowly. Obviously, I lost a little bit of muscle, but I lost a lot of fat.
Alex, we spoke on Media Day right over here in the center, and I asked you about the fact that online as well as media, people were talking about the length of Max and how that could present problems and how are you going to get by that. You were very passionate and insistent about that not being a problem, I remember. So much so that I said, man, I think I believe him, even though a lot of people weren't believing in you. Did that,
believe me now?
I think I do, yes. Did it present a problem at all? It looked like for the most part you were quite comfortable in there, but on occasion he was keeping you at a distance. How did that work out?
Of course, yeah. Obviously, he's really good at his distance. But again, look, that's his game, right? So he's going to make me miss a little bit. You know, I'll still making him miss, but I mean, at the same time, that's what I mean. Again, I can't give too much away, but you know, there was times where I started getting a little bit careless, and then my corner had to pull me up a little bit, and then snap back to it. So again, there's things that he does really well, but we're aware of him. We're ready. So you know, if the rematch has to happen, again, he cuts a lot of weight. Does he want to stay in this division? I don't know. He probably wants to get that back. I don't blame him. You know, again, I've got nothing but respect for the guy. But man, it's my time. It's the blessed era ends tonight in the featherweight division. He's a big boy. But I mean, again, if he wants to do it again, we could do it in Australia and let's sell some seats and tickets, pay-per-views.
Was there anything he did that surprised you tonight?
I would say he went to the body a little bit more than I thought he would. But I mean, again, look, we knew like he was going to still look at that jab. We still knew he was going to just stay out of range and things like that. Again, I can't give too much away. But he done some things well. But I mean, again, even though I'm missing, like, you know, these are still things that are calculated and I'm still aware of and stuff like that. So again, I can't give too much away. But if I miss, I know I miss, and I can use that to my advantage for the next time. So for the next punch, you know what I mean? Again, people look too much into just the what's that? It's hard to explain. Again, I'm going too deep. But I mean, hey, there's levels to this. We both had a little chess match in there. I come out on top and I'm the champ.
Last question, would you really prefer that your next fight be a rematch, or is there someone else you might be interested in fighting?
And I said I'll be a great champion just like the other guys. I'll fight whoever deserves it. And like, let's be honest, Max is a great champion. He was a great champion, sorry. You know, he was fighting all the guys. He gave me, again, my shot was earned, not given, but he gave it to me. You know, he could have been looking around and doing other stuff, but he was happy. You know, a lot of people, there was people saying that I was going to give him problems. He's like, bring it on. Good on him. He's a champion. I respect him for that, and I plan on doing the same. So the people that are next in line, let's do it. And he does deserve a rematch. I reckon he does. But right now, I'm going to soak it up. Spencer, you know, I get a Christmas present, early Christmas present back to my family. You know, I'll go there, celebrate, you know, have a holiday with them, and we'll talk business.
Like you told me, now you're ready for people to say Aussie, 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 right?
Yeah, exactly right. Do you know what Aussie, Aussie, Aussie? Yeah?
Oi, oi, oi!
Oh, there we go, good man.
Congratulations.
For you, Nick, you had my back there.
I was going to ask, where does your confidence come from, considering so many people have you from the start?
Man, just you're always going to get the outers, no matter what. Like again, I beat Max. There was you know, most people thought I won every round. One of the judges did. I'm gonna, if we have that rematch, I guarantee you, people are gonna be doubting again. You know what I mean? And man, it's just how it is. You know what I mean? I've had a lot of people support me, and a lot of people that thought I could do it, and I got to prove them right. I proved the doubters wrong. But I mean, my confidence, man, the hard work, man. We put it in. You know what I mean? I'm seeing that work day in, day out in the gym, and you know what I mean? Like, we all believe in each other. So, man, that's where it comes from. Again, like we're doing big things outside of the world. We're taking over.
What would it mean for you to headline
Oh, it'd be unreal, wouldn't it? It would be good. You know, I'd love that. It would mean a lot. Man, it's just, I think that's maybe, well, again, obviously I haven't talked no business yet, but that's something that would definitely be along the lines. But I mean, yeah, that'd be great. You know, it'd be good to you know, have a hometown crowd and defend the belt in front of them, man. That'd be unreal. Like, I think the Aussie fans deserve that. So I reckon we can make something happen. What do you reckon, Nick?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.